Thank you. Okay. Are they kicking up that on?
No, wait, who's gonna find me?
Yeah. Wasn't sure where I was going to
The British really had the ability to
I actually thought they were going to do the Ukrainian people first. Just,
this isn't
Hey, listen. That's stupid.
And all they do is
Yeah.
is that what you mean? Because you go, oh, you hear about it, you go, oh, this. And then you're like, oh. Stand with Ukraine!
I mean, some of them are quite spread out anyway.
Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
And
Terrible post. About a 29-year veteran. 29-year-old federal worker.
Ay, estaba casi me siento reportera. Bueno, les aviso que ya casi ando un poquito de identidad. O sea, grabando
Так, тут треба рекламувати, може більше людей, ніж субота.
Stand with Ukraine! 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 Stand with Ukraine!
не знаю, як його краще.
Біля сайт, не можна?
Help Ukraine now! 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 Help the go with Make Russia pay! Make Russia pay! Make Russia pay! Make Russia pay!
Which one? Oh. How long have you been out here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Oh, gotcha. You could.
We heard that there was an actual crowd out here.
Look down at our planet from the heavens above. See it as it is, see it as it is. No borders or banks, no wars or tanks. No nations, no nations, no nations, no nations. I got my dreams when I sleep, and I got these dreams that really could be. This is a fighting song. Put your fist in the air. Good afternoon, beautiful people. This is the place to be. And what is this place? No, it's not just because we're in Washington, D.C. It's because our place is in the streets this year. Our place, I want to know, in the place, it's time to shut down the schools. Yes, Trump tweeted today, anybody who does illegal protests on the campuses are being shut down. It's time to shut down this country. We must do what people in other countries do. I get it. A lot of people want to vote for the Democrats. Fine. That was 5 months ago. Now history's in your hands. Now history is in your hands. And history is not predetermined. We are living in a perilous moment for humanity with ecocide, ecological destruction, the threat of nuclear war, and we are not dealing with fascism, people. Fascism is terrible when it happens anywhere. But this isn't Paraguay, which it's terrible. This isn't a small third world country dominated by colonial powers. This is the most destructive, violent, and murderous empire in the history of humanity that is now headed up on all three branches of government by a demented, Christian fundamentalist, violence-prone, patriarchal, dark ages, messianic, insane fascist movement. It's on us. And today, how many people here are from Washington, D.C.? Your job is to reach out to everybody else within 120 miles of this crazy place and really start making things happen. Anybody not from Washington, D.C., let's all get plugged in with Refuse Fascism. All are welcome. You want to talk ish and try to be your own COINTELPRO and do the work of the federal government and the FBI by saying who belongs in a movement? Not this year, people. Not this year. The slogan of Refuse Fascism is in the name of humanity. We refuse to accept a fascist USA. Not in the name of what's good for me and my group or my family or my school or my neighborhood or my band. In the name of humanity. We got one more song. Can we play one more song for you guys? This is a song that we wrote a few years ago. By the way, today's my birthday and you're at the party. This is where we want to be with all you beautiful people. We wrote this song and we took the title of this song from a movement they don't teach you about in school. There is a film called Sir No Sir about the GI resistance. That's the resistance of the soldiers who were going over to murder innocent people fighting for their freedom in Vietnam 60 years ago. Sir No Sir means no, I won't go along with the empire. Sir, no sir, means no. This complicity and this silence and this acquiescence and this self-care obsession when the whole planet needs to be cared for and when all of humanity needs to be cared for. That is what we need to all sign up for. I'm speaking from the heart today. I asked Sansara, what do you want me to say? She said, Miles, speak from the heart. That's all right? This is our second and final song. The name of our band is called Outer National. We'll show up anywhere and be part of anything this year to drive out fascism. We released an album 13 years ago called Todos Somos Ilegales. We released a record 6 months ago called Welcome to the Revolution. Run 'em up! This is Sir, No Sir. And it's a special dedication for all those people who found themselves working for this system in various capacities over the years and are now losing their jobs, are being driven out as part of the fascist purge, right? You know what I'm talking about? Maybe some of you's here, that's you. All right. There's no unemployment here. You come into this movement, and anybody who hates this shit, it's time to put some skin in the game this year. Open your eyes, there's a sadness in your vision now. You know the lies, or you're off in a distant land. How do you justify the crimes you're committing, kid? Now that you see what it's like on this battlefield. Hey, what you say when the sun comes low? Knocking at my front door, looking for a way out. Now let it go with a solemn sense of purpose. Can't hold on, we're on our own again. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. Your planet's burning, war and torture's madness. The body's burning, whole countries torn to bits. First you can't fight it, now you're accomplices. I can see the scars from your arms to your conscience. Hey, what you say when the sun comes low? Knocking at my front door, looking for a way out. Now let it go with a solemn sense of purpose. Can't hold on, we're on our own again. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. I love working for Uncle Sam. Lets me know just who I am. I love working for Uncle Sam. Lets me know just who I am. I love working for Uncle Sam. Lets me know just who I am. I love working for Uncle Sam. Lets me know just who I am. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. Sir, no sir. 10 soldiers and Nixon's coming. We're finally on our own. This summer I hear the drumming for dead in Ohio. Gotta get down to it. Soldiers are gunning us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? How can you run when you know? Come on. Na 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 Sir, no, sir. This year, refuse fascism. This year, drive out the Trump regime. In the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist USA.
All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Show some more love for Outer National. All right. Oh yeah, you can sing happy birthday to Miles Soleil. Hear it happening, it's his birthday. Listen, I know a lot of y'all, who just marched down here from the other rally? We're so glad you're here. We are so glad you are here. I want to tell you what you just walked into besides a beautiful performance by Outer National. My name is Sansara Taylor, and I'm one of the co-initiators of a movement called refusefascism.org. We started back in 2016, right after the election of Donald Trump the first time. And we were right. We were ahead of the curve. We said this is a fascist regime. And we said then, and we will say it again now, no election, fair, hello. Hello. Check, check, there we go. We said it then, thank you. And we're saying it again now. No election, fair or fraudulent, can legitimize fascism. Nobody looks back at the German people under the Nazis and says, well, they should have really respected Hitler because he too came to power through the normal legal channels. No, he was not legitimate then, and Trump is not legitimate now. And what we said then and why we have re-emerged, we went into hibernation for 4 years under Biden. During the first Trump regime, we tried to bring millions into the streets to stand up. A bloated bag of fascist feces, Donald Trump, out of the White House. But not enough people listened then. People said we were overreacting. People said it's not that extreme. People said we can wait it out. Wait for the midterms. Wait for the next election. Just wait. And what we saw while people waited was that this fascist regime purged the Republican Party of anybody who dissented after they tried their coup on January 6th. They purged the Liz Cheneys. I mean, she was a war criminal. I'm no supporter of her, but they purged the Liz Cheneys. They purged anybody who did not toe the line of their fascist program. They built their Project 2025. They stripped it down. They came in with a plan, and now they are moving with lightning speed. They are moving with lightning speed, just as Hitler and the Nazis did. It took 53 days for Hitler and the Nazis to dismantle and trample the norms, the separations of powers, to remake the courts, the laws, the media, the legislatures into instruments of fascist atrocity. Hitler's crimes did not happen all at once. The Holocaust took another 10 years. But the directionality was obvious from the beginning, and the dismantling of the space in society for people to oppose it happened lightning fast. And that is what is happening now. And we cannot afford for people to wait. We cannot afford for people to say, I hear people say these idiotic things. Well, they're not fascist because they haven't started concentration camps.
No!
Yeah, first of all, they're shipping people to Guantanamo right now. First of all, they've opened up a prison camp near the Darien Gap in Panama that they're sending people from all over the world without any legal representation or future. And this is just the beginning. So first of all, they're already setting this in motion, but more to the point, Hitler was a fascist before he carried out his biggest crimes. Trump has been a fascist even before he's been able to impose all of his horrors. The point is you have to stop them before they get too far, before it becomes too late. And the truth is that there should be millions of people out here today. There should be millions, because there are millions in this country who do not like what's happening, do not listen Do not believe them. Do not get demoralized when they tell you, well, Trump's in there because the American people wanted him. He got a little less than half of the voting population. That's way too many people. That's way too many people. But that is not a majority of this country. There are tens of millions who hate what he is doing, who fear what he is doing, but they have to be mobilized to come into the streets to stand up, because these tens of millions of people, this is the one force in this country that is powerful enough, that has the interests and the wherewithal, if we mobilize them, to defeat, not one time, and in the hopes that somebody in power listens. Damn what the will of the people is. They don't give a damn what the climate scientists or facts or the interests of humanity. They are running roughshod over humanity. They have to be stopped. We need to come into the streets with a determination to stay in the streets and grow, bringing forward millions again and again in growing determination, ricocheting into and giving backbone to the people in every institution, within the government, within the education system, within the media, within every realm of public opinion and the arts, to stand up and say no, and to create through our profound, persistent, defiant, courageous, self-sacrificing resistance, to create the kind of profound political crisis in this country that makes it impossible for Donald Trump to govern this country, to impose his fascist program, and even for him to be able to hang on to the reins of power. This is what we are recruiting you into today. This is why you need to become an organizer with refusefascism.org. We are a diverse movement, different backgrounds, different viewpoints, different political views, different generations, different understandings, and we are learning to work together, to debate our differences, to learn from each other, but to stand shoulder to shoulder to bring people forward, because it's going to take all of us to defeat this fascism. And I want to give you two examples to make clear what we are talking about and why it is possible. I want to talk about the Arab Spring. Some of you know about this. It's about 11, 12 years ago, maybe longer now. This was a time when people went into the streets in Egypt, in other countries, in the Arab world, and they came out, especially in Egypt, again and again in millions, and they grew and they withstood repression. And they created a political crisis where they drove their regime out. Okay? The power of the people. Now, we've seen this more recently in South Korea. This is what people do when the executive branch and the fascist says he won't respect the courts and he'll remake the courts. There's no check there. When he steals the powers of Congress and the Senate and they lay down and invite him to come speak without walking out and creating a defiant scene, there is no check there. The check is the masses of people standing up. So this has happened around the world. It's also, there are examples in this country in recent history. And I want to talk about the righteous and courageous, beautiful rising that happened in this country just as recently as 2020. After we all saw that vicious, slow motion lynching by police of George Floyd in Minneapolis. After murder of Breonna Taylor and so many more before her by police. When people said we can't take this anymore and stood up. And people came out, 16 million people in this country came out. That was a record in U.S. history. It shows the potential. There are millions who right now are sitting on the sidelines. They're silent. You might think they don't care. And maybe right now they don't even know they have that burning ember in them. But when they see other people stand up and tell the truth and act with sacrifice, they can be awakened and brought forward. We need that again. What we saw then was tens of thousands of people coming back, not afraid for their personal safety, coming back in the face of rubber bullets and pepper spray and brutal arrest and curfews, and saying there's something more important than my personal safety. There's a just future and world I'm fighting for. And people gave each other strength and courage. And you know what it did? It created a situation where Donald Trump was not able to wield the full power of the military against us the way he wanted to do. It created a situation where everything he did attempt, like when he brought out the Black Hawk helicopters right here in D.C. to intimidate people and marched with his generals in that upside-down Bible to do his photo op and assert his authority. It just made people more furious, and more people came out and defied him here and around the country. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Do you remember how Donald Trump was driven to go hide in a bunker? This is not a time to sit back. What we did then is only a taste of what's going to be required. The sustained protest, the movement, the having each other's backs, the willingness to make sacrifice. We're going to need even more, but that shows the potential for how every institution, every part of the government, and every part of the world had to respond to the righteous demand of people rising up fearlessly in the streets. And that is the lesson that we need to draw from today. And so we need to transform this situation. I want to recruit everybody here, I'm saying it again, to become a member of, an organizer with, or a partner with, if you're already part of a movement, with refusefascism.org, as we stand together and go out to get these people. This Saturday, International Women's Day, March 8th, that's right. We have called protests across this country, and y'all should organize one here in D.C. We are saying stop the war on women and LGBT people. We are saying in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. And we are saying the Trump fascist regime must go. So come out with us. Be in the streets this Saturday, but keep organizing. If you're part of the federal workforce, organize the people you work with. If you've been fired, use your time that has just been freed up to volunteer with this movement. If you are a teacher who's being muzzled, if you're with the media, if you are in whatever sphere, the arts, whatever you have, organize your people. Get them to be part of refusing fascism. And whatever you do, come back in these streets. And we need to go forward, and we need to do it quickly. And there is, just like in 2020, that was not a long run-up. That happened rapidly. We need to do this rapidly. And the very extremeness, the very shock and awe dynamic of Trump and Elon Musk, the very fact that it's destabilizing people's lives and shocking their conscience and disrupting normalcy, is the very thing that means we can move unprecedented numbers of people at an unprecedentedly rapid pace. So I am talking about what's possible, but it is far from guaranteed, and it's going to take work. So that's why I'm calling on you to be part of this. Again, my name is Sansara Taylor. The movement is refusefascism.org. Follow us on Instagram at refusefascism, on Twitter, on all the social media. Go to refusefascism.org right now. Sign up, get on the email list, make a donation, become a volunteer. And I'm going to hand this mic back to our beautiful MC, Jay. Give her some love. Thank you so much.
And I am really pleased to announce that we have with us the Solidarity Singers. And I met them because they go out to express their solidarity with federal workers who are not only getting laid off, fired, they're also being denigrated, as I'm sure you've seen, described as parasites. I mean, really, Marjorie Taylor Greene has the nerve to call these people working at the EPA, working in the education department, working at Social Security, call them parasites? I mean, really. So these people, I'm so pleased that they accepted our invitation to come and sing. The Solidarity Singers. Give them a hand, please.
We're gonna make sure we don't blow you out with feedback, we hope, so give us one moment.
And while they're setting up, if we could have a couple more volunteers to help with this beautiful artwork here, our signage back here. It's just really hard to hold for very long. So if a couple people could come up and spell the people who've been doing it now for an hour, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
I can get that.
You know, is having like
Also, there's more signs up here. People want to hold a sign.
Have you been?
Hey, good. Kind of all over the place.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
Right in here.
I will say in the last
Okay.
month, mostly DC stuff.
Yeah.
But
Where are you based? Where are you based?
Woodbridge, Virginia. So I used to live in DC, but just moved to the other
All right,
side.
everybody, thank you so much for welcoming us here, and thank you for coming out to stand up against fascism. It's what we're all here for. All right. We're going to start with a song that is a freedom song from the 1960s from the Freedom Riders. It's based on a black spiritual, and I hope that you will join in when you get that tune, which I think you will very quickly.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Fascism. Ain't gonna let fascism turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let fascism turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Con men ain't gonna let no con men turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no con men turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Oligarchy ain't gonna let oligarchy turn me around. No, no. Turn me around. No, no. Ain't gonna let oligarchy turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching into freedom land. Nobody ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. No, no. Turn me around. No, no, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Last line. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land.
All right. Ooh, it's alive, Mike. All right. So what we're going to do next is a call and response song. We're going to sing the chorus first. We'll sing it twice. Then I'm going to shout out a line, and the chorus will sing it back to me, and I hope that you will as well. It is called Lead with Love. It is by Melanie Moore, an amazing black composer who is from this area and does a lot of good work here. All right. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't Don't you give up.
Don't you give up.
Keep moving on.
Keep moving on.
Well, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes.
Lift up your eyes.
Don't you despair.
Don't you despair.
Look up ahead.
Look up ahead.
The path is there.
The path is there.
Oh, well, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared.
I know you're scared.
And I'm scared too.
And I'm scared too.
But here we are.
But here we are.
Right next to you.
Right next to you.
Well, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Last line. And lead with love. And lead with love. Thank you. Thank you especially to this amazing singing section right here. Now it is time to hand the mic over.
Thank you. One more round for Solidarity Singers. And they're going out once, twice, 3 times a week at 7:30 in the morning, bringing this song and cookies to federal workers who are literally feeling under siege. Who would have thought? First they came for the trans, and I didn't do anything because I wasn't trans, and then they came for the immigrants, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't an immigrant, and then they came for the federal workers. Can I? Just a minute. Before we bring this to a close, I want to reiterate and go more into what Sunsara was talking about, that this is not a one and done. We are not here to tell them in Congress what we think and what we know. They know we hate what's going on. We are here to come together with all of our differences, with all of our love and respect for humanity and the planet that is facing a truly existential crisis with this fascist with his finger on the nuclear button, destroying what little protection for the environment we had right when the climate is at a tipping point. So we say humanity is at stake. That is no exaggeration. That is the literal truth. And here we are in the capital of what is now a fascist republic. No, fascist, not a republic, that's a contradiction. No, a fascist America. And this movement needs to be here. We have volunteers from up and down the East Coast, from as far away as Colorado. A person flew in today from Los Angeles. Give it up. That's right. Because they couldn't, They knew our voice had to be here today, when the eyes of the world are going to be on Congress tonight. And it's going to be an orgy of hate. He's going to be spewing his lies and threats. And to have that an open field without this voice refusing a fascist America, no. People came from all over to do that. What we need, again, who here is from DC? Who here is from Maryland? Whoa! And how about Virginia? Okay. North Carolina. Excellent. Okay.
California. California, San Francisco.
California, another from California. Okay, this movement needs to have roots right here in DC. I think you all call it DMV. DMV, that's right. In DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And we need to make that happen. All of you here. You are here because you know this matters, right? You know, you've heard all of this and you're stuck around. So what I want to propose is that we get... Everybody, come up closer. Come on up. Yeah, that's right. What the heck? We need to get together. We need to get together now. We need to get together. We have Zoom meetings oftentimes for people around the country, but here we are in person. Why aren't we getting together? Okay, who here has, we won't do the shame and blame thing. Who here has already signed up on our website to volunteer? Oh my, we have a lot of room to grow. Yes, thank you. So, you take out your phone. You can we have a QR code on, if you have one of our flyers, you have a QR code, okay? And if you have a little trouble the first time, keep at it. It does work. You can also just go to refusefascism.org, but this is a lot faster using the QR code. We need you to sign up. We need you to seriously think about what can you add to this movement. Everybody has a lot. We have people here who we literally just met who are playing really critical roles, from helping at the table. We have people we never met before who brought the water and the snacks there for all of us. Yeah. And we all need that, and it's all there for all of us. We have people who are wearing the orange vests as monitors. People who have experience dealing with these Trump mega fascists at abortion clinics, protecting. Yeah, that's right. Now they are real heroes. Abortion doctors are heroes, and the women and men who protect those clinics are heroes too. So everybody has skills to bring. Everybody has time. If you can make a donation from $25 to $25 to hundreds. That is how this movement runs. This rally here costs thousands of dollars. Okay. We have lawyers on call. We dealt with the authorities and the permits. It's quite involved, and we do that so that we can meet with confidence as much as we can and ensure everyone's safety as much as we can. So, thank you. So what we'd like to do is right now pull a group of people together. I want to invite everyone who's even thinking, yeah, I want to be part of this, to meet us at the table right over here. We have materials for you to take to your book club, or your if you're in a religious congregation, your PTA, whatever, wherever you network with people, your school, your union, where you work. We have materials to bring that to people, to tell them what this Refuse Fascism is about from your own perspective. because it's open to all. It's open to all who want to stop a fascist America. And if you are able to, Refuse Fascism in New York is organizing a march, as Samsara said, on International Women's Day on Saturday. That would be a great way to connect and learn more and be out in the streets again. Whatever your level of interest and commitment is at this point, bring it in. Because that's the only way we're going to possibly get to what we need. Like Sansara and our other speakers said, we do not have time. Trump has already been in power 5-6 weeks. That's right. And I'm sure you've heard it only took Hitler 53 days to destroy a constitutional republic. And what is standing between us and that?
Us!
The people power. People power. That is what's standing, and that's not somebody else. Thank you. I wish somebody would do something. No, you know that's what's required. That's why you're here. So, yes. So before you leave, meet me at the table over there, and we are going to lay the ground. We're going to start a chapter of Refuse Fascism right here in the DMV, okay? Be a founding member.
And fuck Trump!
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 Look, there's a lot of value to the fact that we are calling for this regime to be removed, to go. But I think there's also a lot of value to saying fuck Trump, because we need a spirit in this society. We need a culture, a whole culture, not a few. I love the bands and the performers who are up here. We need everyone with a platform, making music, making art, making anything that they do revolving around this demand that the fascist Trump regime must go. That's fucking right. I want to say one more thing, and then we're gonna do this pledge, because everyone here needs to be committed to making this happen. But I do want to say one thing. I am a co-producer on the Refuse Fascism podcast. This is a podcast that comes out weekly. We have been doing it for 4 years, and we have had over 200 experts, activists, artists who are focused on this problem of fascism. And look, I love every single person who's out here today, but there needs to be many more. And we have to seriously ask ourselves why there aren't. And that's what we've been working on. This isn't a podcast that's just like commenting on the things as they go by, as though we're just like witnesses to history. We are bringing people in who've studied this in order to connect people in a way that moves them. In a way that moves them into the streets everywhere across this country, in DC, and in a way that can actually lead to this regime, this fascist regime, being removed from office. So follow Refuse Fascism, subscribe to the podcast, And we're gonna do this pledge. Put your fists in the air. Everybody get their fists in the air. I wasn't the one who was gonna do it, but I can do it. In the name of humanity. In the name of humanity. We refuse. We refuse to accept a fascist America. We're gonna do it one more time. In the name of humanity. In the name of humanity. We refuse to accept a fascist America. Trump must go. Trump must go. Trump must go. Trump must go. And if you're serious about getting organized, come up like right here. We're gonna do this right now.